Friends, Sairam, this is Megha Miss here and welcome back to your online sessions. Okay students, so if you remember the last presentation what we studied before your vacation, we started with the lesson number 9, that is carbon compounds, and we studied 3 parts in that. 3 sessions we have completed in that. This is our session 4. In the previous 3 sessions you studied about the carbon, right? Carbon as an element you studied it, valency you studied, yes. Then you have seen where the carbon you can find it out, yes, you have seen about that, okay. And you have seen many of the terms which are related with the carbon, okay. And you have also studied a heading, a carbon a versatile element, and why we call it as a versatile element, right? Because it has got some property different than the other elements, yes. So we'll proceed. If you remember in the last presentation we studied about the alkanes, yes, we saw about the alkanes. So we will continue. I'll just revise that part again and then we will continue with the chapter, okay students. Now the part which we studied last presentation was about ethane, yes. This is the first hydrocarbon, we can say. First one is the methane, and after methane we have studied that is the ethane, okay. So the molecular formula is C2H6. Step 1, you join the 2 carbon atoms with a single bond, C dash C, okay. Why I said this is the first one, because you know methane you have only 1 carbon atom. There you can see the tetravalency, how hydrogen atoms it is fulfilling the tetravalency of carbon, okay. But after methane we are going to see all these hydrocarbons, we are going to see where you can see there is a bonding between the 2 carbon atoms, okay students. So first step, you have studied this last time also. I told you have to join the 2 carbon atoms by the bond, single bond, okay. You can see it is shown C dash C, okay. Then what is your step 2 students? Use the 6 hydrogen atoms. Now you have studied that we are using hydrogen to satisfy the valency of carbon, okay. So use the 6 hydrogen atoms in the molecular formula for fulfilling the tetravalency of both the carbon atoms. So if you see here students, this is your first carbon, this is your second carbon, and if you see I have put up hydrogens to satisfy the tetravalency. You know valency of carbon is 4. So if I want to fulfill that tetravalency, I need that many hydrogen atoms, okay. So see here, this carbon first, if you see, it is the valency of carbon is complete. See 1, 2 and 3 hydrogens and 1 bonding with the carbon, okay. If you see second carbon, 1 bonding with the first carbon, and then you have again the 3 hydrogens, okay students. So this part you have studied the last time also. This is our ethane, okay. Now we are going to see about propane. This also you have studied last time, yes. Propane structure you have seen, how you have now the 3 carbon atoms which are bonded by the single bonds, yes. And then I have added up the hydrogen atoms to satisfy its valency, okay, of the carbon. So you can see the structure for the propane also. It is C3H8. So hydrogen will be 8 in this, okay students. I hope this part is clear, okay. Now we will continue. From the structural formula of ethane and propane, it is seen that the valencies of all the atoms are satisfied by the single bonds, yes. Everywhere you have seen that there were single bonds. Such compounds are called saturated compounds. So where you will see the single bonds, you are going to say such compounds are what students? They are the saturated compounds. Ethane and propane are saturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons, we also call them as alkanes, okay student. So this was the first part which we studied, that was about the saturated hydrocarbons, which we called it as the alkanes. Now we will proceed. That is, there are 2 more hydrocarbons that contain 2 carbon atoms, namely ethene and ethine, okay. C2H4 is ethene and C2H2 is ethine. Let us use and see a method to draw the structural formula, that is the line structure of ethene, that is C2H4. If I am drawing, we will see what the steps we have to follow. Step 1, join the 2 carbon atoms with single bond. Okay, first we are going to join the 2 carbon atoms with the single bond C dash C. Use the 4 hydrogen atoms in the molecular formula for satisfying tetravalency of both the carbon atoms. Okay students, so we'll just see. It appears that one valency of each of the 2 carbon atoms is not satisfied. So if you see, when we follow the step 1 and 2, you get this structure. Okay, now if you see this carbon, first if I am considering, it has got 1, this is the second, and this is the third bond. Only 3 bonds are there. Okay, if you see this carbon also, see the one bond with this carbon, with this hydrogen, and with this hydrogen, so only 3 are there. So both the carbon atoms, one bond is missing, 4th bond, right? So what we are going to do, students, see here, third step we are going to follow. What is that third step, students? Satisfy the tetravalency of the 2 carbon atoms by drawing a double bond. What we are going to draw, students? Double bond in place of a single bond between them. So can you see it is highlighted here in blue color? C double bond C. Okay, now is the valency satisfied for carbon? Yes. See, these are the 2 bonds, 1 and 2. Okay, in blue color, 2 bonds. Okay, so 1, 2 with hydrogen 3 and this hydrogen here 4. Okay, so yes, both the carbon atoms in the same way, they have got now satisfied tetravalency. Okay student, so did you understand? So what it will become? C2H4. Yes, so here how many hydrogens are there? 4 hydrogens and 2 carbon atoms, so C2. Okay students, now see, this is the structure of the ethene. If you draw it in this way, when you are going to show the sharing, yes, you are going to get the structure in this way. This is the electron dot structure for the ethene. Okay students, ethene means you are going to have the double bond. Okay students, I hope it is clear to you. Practice the structures in your notebook. Okay, here these are the electrons. This blue color cross and this dot are the electrons which are shared, okay, between the hydrogen and the carbon. Okay students, now we'll proceed. The carbon compounds having a double bond or a triple bond between 2 carbon atoms are called unsaturated hydrocarbons. So there can be a double bond or there can be a triple bond between the 2 carbon atoms, students. Ethene and ethyne are unsaturated hydrocarbons. The unsaturated hydrocarbons containing a carbon-carbon double bond are called alkenes. So the unsaturated, very important students, the unsaturated hydrocarbons containing carbon-carbon double bond, they are alkenes, and the unsaturated hydrocarbons whose structure contain carbon-carbon triple bond, they are called as alkynes. So we have studied 3 types: alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. Okay, generally the unsaturated compounds are more reactive than the saturated compounds. Okay, so this unsaturated, that is the alkenes and alkynes, we can say they are the more reactive than the alkanes. I hope this part is clear to you. Alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. Okay, so the next part we are going to study, students, that is about the straight chains, branch chain and the ring of the carbon atoms. Now this is really, so we are calling carbon as a versatile compound. Why, students? It's a versatile compound. It is, we are going to say, because it is whatever the carbon compounds are there, whatever that carbon is forming with the compound, they are very different. Okay, so we are saying that carbon, it is a versatile element. Okay, because whatever the carbon compounds it is forming, they are all versatile. Let us compare the structural formula of methane, ethane and propane. From these structural formulae, it is seen that the carbon atom, single or more carbon atoms bonded to each other, lie in the core of the molecule, while the hydrogen atoms bonded to each of the carbon atoms are on the periphery, means outside, okay, of the molecule. Okay, at the edges you are seeing that we are going to have the hydrogens, right? The mutually bonded carbon atoms in the core, means inside, are like the skeleton of the molecule. The carbon skeleton determines the shape of the molecule of carbon compound. So all the carbon compounds have got the different shapes. Okay, students. Now, a straight chain of carbon atoms is formed by joining the carbon atoms are next to each other. Okay, in a line when we join the carbon atoms, they are called as a straight chain. The first column of the table 9.12, it is given in your text, students, shows a straight chains of carbon atoms. Write the structure formula. This is a small assignment which you are going to do. Okay, you are going to write the structure formula of the corresponding straight chain hydrocarbons. In the second column, satisfying the tetravalency of the carbon atom by joining them to hydrogen atoms. Work out the molecular formula from this and write it down in the third column. The name of the hydrocarbon is given in the fourth column. Okay, students, so some part I am going to show the table and some part you are going to do it on your own. Okay, so see, the table is in this way only in your text. Names are given. Calculus structure means this is the structure how you are going to draw the straight chain, and this is the condensed structure. Okay, where we are not showing the dash between the carbon atoms. That is the condensed structure. So see, methane, you can see how we draw it, the structure like this. C and 4 bonds of hydrogen. So we write it as CH4, that is the methane. Next is the ethane. So see, these are all straight chain. The carbon atoms, they are bonded in a straight line. Okay, so CH3, that is your ethane. Okay, then you have the propane. See, the 3 carbon atoms, they are in a line, they are linked in a line. Okay, straight line, so they are the straight chain. So you can see, and the hydrogens are added, you can see, to satisfy the tetravalency. So CH3, CH2, CH3. Okay, in the condensed form we will write it in this way. Next you have the butane, that you can see the 4 the carbon atoms are there and the hydrogens are bonded. Okay, that many hydrogens to complete the tetravalency, they are bonded. Okay, students, so you get it as CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Okay, so same, all the names are given: methane, ethane, propane, butane. Okay, in this way all the names are given in your text. All this straight straight chain of the carbon atoms are joined with the single bonds, single dash bonds are shown, and you are going to complete that table. Okay, students, I hope you can do. Okay, after this butane you have propane, okay, you have in that way. Okay, so you are going to complete it. Okay, now the next part we are going to study, that is the 2 possible carbon chains which can happen. Now let us pay more attention to the carbon chain in butane. If you take the butane, we have done now. Butane we have seen 4 carbons, you saw they were in a straight line and they were joined together by these single bonds. Yes. Now the 4 carbon atoms can be joined to form a carbon chain in yet another way. How you can do it, students? You have 2 possibilities. You can show it in this way. See, you can see the first one, how the 4 carbons are shown. Okay, and next you can show it in this one also. Okay, 1 carbon I am showing out of the chain. Okay, now we'll see, continue. See here, 2 structural formula for the molecular formula C4H10. So see, this is C4H10, that is C4 means, see, these are the 4, so butane. Okay, and you can see how I can show it in this way also, or see 1 carbon I have shown it here. Okay, out of the this straight chain, this is the straight chain, out of that I have shown this one of the carbon. Okay, so you can get it in this way also, I can show the structure. Okay, both are right. Okay, so 2 different structural formula are obtained on joining hydrogen atoms to these 2 chains so as to satisfy the tetravalency of the carbon atoms. The molecular formula of both this structural formula is same, which is C4H10. Yes, but I can draw it in 2 different ways. Okay, these are the 2 different compounds as their structural formulas are different. Okay, so these are the 2 different compounds. They have the same molecular formula of both this structural formula is same. Okay, you have C4H10 only, but how it is, the structural formula, these 2 different compounds at their structural formula are different. Okay, structure is different. Okay, students, So the phenomenon in which compounds having different structural formula have the same molecular formula is called the structural isomerism. So like this, if you are having like butane, you can show it in both ways. You have seen one I have done, one carbon I kept it out of the chain, and in first one I kept all the 4 carbons together. So like this, if you get 2 different structural formulas for the same molecular formula, that is C4H10, then such things we called it as a structural isomerism. Okay students, the number of carbon compounds increases further due to the isomerism observed in the carbon compounds. Yes, this is also one of the quality of carbon, that it can show isomerism, different structures we can get. Okay students, so I hope till here it is clear. Okay, we'll proceed. Apart from the straight chains and branch chain, closed chains of the carbon atoms are present in some carbon compounds. So you can also get the closed chains, okay, where in rings of carbon atoms are formed. For example, the molecular formula of cyclohexane is C6H12, okay, and its structural formula contains a ring of 6 carbon atoms. Cyclohexane, hexane means 6. Cyclo means in a circle, in a ring. Okay, so you can see a diagram, the carbon ring in cyclohexane. Can you see how those 6 are arranged? Yes, in a single bonds all are there. Okay, and structural formula of cyclohexane. If I go on adding, first a diagram is just a ring is shown, and next hydrogens have been added to complete the valency of the each carbon in that ring. Okay, so see, you are going to see here we need 2 hydrogens to satisfy the tetravalency of each carbon. Okay, because this, if I consider this carbon, one bond is with this carbon, another bond with this, and 2 bonds with this hydrogens. Okay student, for each one it will be in this way only. Okay, so this is the ring structure of the cyclohexane. Okay students, I hope it is clear till here. Okay, so we have come to the end of the today's session students. So today we studied about alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. Yes, alkanes are the saturated, while alkenes and alkynes are unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay, we have studied this. We have seen the structures also. Alkanes, single bond, alkenes, double bond between the carbon atoms, and alkynes, triple bond between the carbon atoms. Then we saw about the straight chain, branch chain and ring of carbon atoms. Straight chain, all the carbons will be in a line, we can say in a straight line, will be shown by the single bonds. Okay, branch chain, you can see that in butane we saw 3 were together in a line chain, and the 4th one I can show in a I can separate it from the chain, okay, and show it down or up. Okay, and then we saw the ring of carbon atoms, cyclohexane, where 6 carbon atoms were there in that our ring, and then hydrogen atoms were added in that ring to complete the tetravalency of carbon. Okay student, so I hope whatever we studied today you have understood. You will go through it properly, study the structure, practice them in your notebook. Okay, we'll meet in the next presentation students. Thank you. Sai Ram. Take care.